Welcome back to school. We hope your third week is going well.
We're certainly happy to be back here at Channel 5. The Titan TV News is back on air.
Today is Friday, August 28th. I'm Bailey Hawkins.
And I'm George Nowak. Let's get to our first story of the day.
The varsity football team hosts Monterey Trail tonight in the opening game of the season at 7:15 p.m. Madison Carter and myself have a preview of tonight's game.
Tonight, the varsity football team hosts Monterey Trail in the first game of the season. Both teams are starting off fresh and have been preparing all summer.
They're going to run the split veer, and I think more than anything else is just giving great effort all the time. Monterey Trail has a history of being very successful. We've played them now 3 times and all the games being very competitive. Watching their ability to give great effort at all times and be physical for not just for a quarter but for the full game has been it'll be a challenge. The good thing for us this year is we return a lot of guys that were significant players for us last year, so we do return a lot of experience. We have a good group of kids coming up from our JVs, our junior class, so hopefully with the mixture we'll have a successful season.
With superstar running back Mr. Harriel now playing for Sacramento State, junior Elijah Dotson, who was brought up from the JV team last season for playoffs, hopes to fill Harriel's shoes.
I feel confident about this upcoming season. We've been grinding over the summer, watching all trail film, and coming in as a starting running back, it's a big role. I got pulled up my sophomore year to fill in for Mister because he had an injury, and I scored my first varsity touchdown.
Johnson will be back as starting defensive back, leading the defense.
For the season, we really got heavy into film, make sure we're doing all the correct reads and not letting anything deep from the defensive back standpoint. And the linebackers are filling their holes, and D-line is squeezing and tackling fullback.
Senior Montel Aaron is back at quarterback, fully healthy after missing 2 games last season due to a concussion. His main targets will be junior Logan Paulson and senior Davion Johnson.
I'm feeling confident about our season. We've put in a lot of work to get ready for Monterey Trails, which is our first game. We've lost the last 2 years to them, so we want to start off strong by getting a W against them. We're feeling pretty confident with our passing game. We have McComie at tight end, Davion and Pulse, which are pretty solid crew to throw around. We have Elijah at running back, and our whole offensive line are pretty much returners, so I'm feeling pretty confident about that. We're dedicating this season to Devon Welch just because he was such a big aspect to us last year, and he can't play this year, so we just want to go out there and show out for him.
Madison Carter, Titan TV News.
The seniors took home the sword, gaining a win in last week's annual back-to-school rally. Reporters AJ Adams, Shelby Welch, and Alex Huddleston were there, and they have the highlights.
The Welcome Back Rally helped kick the 2015-2016 school year off. The day started off with outstanding hallway decorations, teachers knew their way around town, cheerleaders doing their flips, twists, and turns. Congratulations to the seniors for winning the Welcome Back Rally, and the amazing dance team making an outstanding performance. AJ Adams, Titan TV News.
Reporters Megan Sullivan and Charles Buckmaster caught up with Activities Director Kristen Patton to talk about Breaking Down the Walls, an impactful event happening next week.
My favorite week next week is on campus. It's our Breaking Down the Walls week. The assembly will be on Tuesday, and the main slogan for our Breaking Down the Walls program is "It's hard to hate someone whose story you know." So the main purpose is for everyone at Antelope High School just to get to know someone a little bit better, maybe with some deeper connections or more relationships with other people, and how we can come together and all love to be Titans as one. So the assembly is on Tuesday. You'll go during your second period, and then you're being handpicked for people who are going to be invited to come to Breaking Down the Walls. So we'll have 220 participants on Wednesday, 220 participants on Friday. So look for the invitations to be coming out. Hope to see you there. It should be a great week.
Seniors, be sure to schedule your senior portrait for the yearbook by visiting www.prestigeportraits.com. And speaking of yearbooks, purchase yours now to save $5 before the price goes up in September. Cost is $80.
In today's changing world of technology, it's important that students take advantage of opportunities here. Junior Angeli Pham is doing exactly that as one of the top graphic designers on campus. I enjoyed the time I spent with Angeli. Here's her story.
Through her lifelong hobby in graphic design, junior Angeli Pham has produced numerous illustrations and artwork. Starting at a young age, Angeli bettered her skills through independent learning and only plans on improving her designs in the future.
I've been drawing and doodling since I could pick up a pencil. I found Photoshop on the computer and played around with it. And once I got a tablet, I could create anything I wanted. I plan on working in illustration or animation for a career because it makes a lot of money, and most importantly, it's something I love and would like to do for the rest of my life. It was exciting to be asked to design official posters and apparel, and it gave me a taste for working in the professional industry. I plan to go to CalArts, a school made by Disney, and study character animation or illustration.
Although she was originally an independent worker, Angeli tested her skills in her academic life here at Antelope through the graphic design class offered by instructor Miss Natalie Robbins.
So I first got information about Angeli when she designed a poster for choir. And the choir poster was phenomenal for someone I did not have in class. And I was like, I remember going to Miss Fulgerson and I said, who designed your poster? And she told me it was Angeli Pham. And I looked up and she's like, that's that girl over there. And I was like, okay. I was like, Angeli, come here. I have her in the class that teaches Illustrator. And Illustrator is, for her, very cumbersome because she likes the freedom of how brushes work in Photoshop. And she learned that sometimes you have to bite the bullet and learn another program because there's actually power behind other programs as well. And understand the concept of how vector works different than pixel images. Angeli has nowhere to go but up. But the level that she's at now is probably the best I've seen in my 11 years of teaching. So therefore, I encourage her to seek it out because her intuitiveness and her want to know, she'll learn so much on her own. And then also her ability to draw is incredible. It's just a natural talent. And when you see that, I always encourage to pursue it. So therefore she has nowhere to go but up. If she wants to pursue it, she could be amazing one day.
Within her first 2 years at Antelope, Angeli began to work on projects all across campus, from poster designs to the cover of the 7th edition of our very own Titanium yearbook. Angeli has become a crucial aspect to the creative work around the school.
Angeli, she just kind of showed up out of the woodwork, and I was looking for somebody to help us with some graphics work in Photoshop, and she was really a blessing because sort of what we do in yearbook, she was just naturally really good at. And what Angeli really ended up being responsible for, though she didn't design the actual cover, all of the textures in the book, and there's a lot of really nice Photoshop work kind of underneath here, all of that is Angeli's expertise. These are what we call front end sheets, and she designed all of that background stuff, all of the background here on what we call the title page, and then going into what we call our dividers. And again, all of those background, you know, kind of what we call textures, and that was something that the kids really set out that they wanted in their book this year, and we didn't quite have the expertise, and Angeli was able to come in and take care of that for us, and she is a really awesome, incredible graphics person.
With the massive support she has received so far, Angeli has decided that the rest of her high school career will be dedicated towards adding skills and techniques to what she already knows. Kyle Swanigan, Titan TV News.
The Learning Lab has started up again. Reporters Charles Lemon and Madison Carter talked to tutor junior Jane Miller. She has more information.
So Learning Lab is open for anybody to come. It's Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 2:45 to 4:30, and again, anyone's welcome. Come. We offer all subjects available. There's math, science, English, biomed, engineering, whatever you need help with, we've got it and it's there. There's also an incentive program. If you come and you're tutored by one of our Antelope Titan tutors, then you receive a ticket, and there is a twice-a-monthly drawing in which, if you're picked, you get a special prize.
That's our show for today.
Have a safe weekend.
We'll see you here next week.
I'll see you at the football game tonight.